From me to you, sports talk. What you expect? It ain't about who said it first. It's about who got it right. Good morning, everybody. I want to welcome you all to another episode of the From Me to You Sports Talk. I'm your host, Jay Davis, along with my co-host, Greg Clark, and my co-host, Marcus. All right, did y'all happen to catch that fight last night? The whole Canelo and, Canelo and Chavez Jr.? Did anybody watch it?
Bits and pieces of it.
Bits and pieces. It really, man. I'm gonna tell you right now, you didn't waste anything if you didn't order the fight. Like, I actually wanted to watch it on Facebook, and I'm glad I didn't spend my $68. I'm glad I didn't spend my $68 on it because he was a punching bag. Like, literally, he was literally a punching bag for Canelo. I'm like, are you gonna fight back? And what was kind of crazy is because I guess after the fight, they already talked about, well, you know what? We already got a fight set up for September 16th. Me and Triple G, we can get it on. I'm like, wait. So you mean to tell me y'all really hyped this fight up, this whole Cinco de Mayo fight, like, and y'all made it seem like Chavez was going to actually be a contender just for him to get pounced on, just so y'all can set up the whole triple G fight, basically. Which was kind of crazy to me. It's like, so why did y'all even do this one? Was this just supposed to be a little tune-up fight? Just to get him ready? But it's like, come on, this Cinco de Mayo, you supposed to give people the best fight. And then they're out there trying to market the fight, talking about this is going to be the biggest fight in boxing history. I'm like, nah. I don't even think it's going to go down like that. Who y'all got, though? Marcus, who you got? Who you got of Triple G? When Triple G and Canelo fight, who you got?
Well, I'm going with Canelo, and to comment on what you just said a little bit, but that's the problem with boxing. Boxing has a bunch of different federations and whatnot. They don't really have a governing structure like a lot of the other sports do, so they're gonna boost these things up. Of course, they knew Chavez Jr. wasn't gonna win that fight. Chavez Jr.'s style is to get in there, take punches, and fight and brawl with you. You can't brawl with a dude who's bigger than you and a dude who is more powerful than you. I mean, that's just not going to work, especially somebody as good as Canelo. But I got Canelo in the fight with Triple G. Main reason is pretty simple. I think that they made this fight because Triple G is his mid-30s, like 34, 35, something like that.
Yeah, I think Triple G like 34.
Yeah, so, I mean, look, ain't nobody, Father Time is undefeated. So as he's getting towards the end of his career, and you got to think, Canelo's been in there with Floyd Mayweather, Miguel Cotto.
His only blemish, too. His only blemish was against Floyd.
Exactly. He's been in there with the best boxers in the world. Yeah, Triple G's good, but you get him now towards the end of his career on the downswing. Now he may just be a little bit more vulnerable. That's just my take on it.
Yeah, I gotta piggyback on Marcus. I'm gonna go with Canelo Alvarez too. I know it's a lot of people out there thing with Triple G, punching power and what he brings to the fight will beat Canelo, but I just think Canelo gonna boxing, pop shot him, because his style was there to get hit his punches off, and I think that's a bad formula for him, especially when you're fighting a guy who hits hard like Canelo. I just think it's time. Like he said, age is catching up with him, because his last fight with Danny Jacobs really showed that he can't really get out the way. He have no type of head movement. He just a stalker. So with a guy like Canelo, he can stick the jab out there, scoring points, and I could see Gigi getting really frustrated, just swinging for the fences, and that'll leave him wide open for a good counter punch. Probably, lay him out, but I got Canelo by 12 round decision.
Okay, so it's not everybody got Canelo, I'm actually leave that up to y'all, so I guess we're going to see in September what actually happened, because I'm just a fan of the sport. I don't really care who wins, honestly. I really don't. I want to see Floyd get back in there, but I don't want to see him get back in there with McGregor. But that's for another day. Right now, we got something that's really trending right now, and it's the whole Lonzo Ball shoe deal, the whole big baller brand. and how he was saying if you ain't balling, like basically if you can't afford to shoot, then you're not a baller or not. I think it was more of a catchphrase. I don't really think he was trying to put people down, but I really think the way it came off, it probably like rubbed a couple people wrong. How do y'all feel about that? $495. I mean, they don't have nobody really backing them up right now. Like they don't have a Nike backing them up. So you got to think about it when it comes to production. We don't know where Big Baller Brand is actually getting these shoes produced at. It could be anywhere. But evidently they don't have that much. So you know the whole supply and demand. Right now it's not a high demand. So they have to, I guess, I'm not going to say they got to make it $495, but they got to get their money. It's not like a Nike thing where Nike can mass produce 10,000 shoes and sell them for $200. So am I the only one to see it that way? Or like, how do y'all feel about this, G? How do you feel about this?
I mean, I see what he's trying to do in that aspect, but the price is ridiculous, especially when you just now coming out with your first shoe.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'll be the first one to tell you, and I'm not a hater or nothing. The shoe don't even move me at all. You know, for its design.
I agree.
It's just a plain shoe. You know, but I see him trying to build his brand, but the way he does things and the things that come out of his mouth, you know, really have Adidas, Under Armour, and Nike like, whoa, chill. Like, you know, he's moving too fast. You know, I know his son is about to get drafted probably in July, you know, but it's just the fact that it's the way he's like presenting himself. It's a cocky and arrogant that's rubbing people the wrong way. Because it's a certain way that you go about doing business. Not loud mouthing, not none of that. You know, if you want to, you know, sit down with these big corporate people, you gotta present yourself in a better manner. You know, we're not telling you to kiss nobody's butt, but come on, we talking business. We talking millions and millions of dollars that you're trying to make, and these are the guys that you probably need to lean on. And the stuff you say coming out your mouth, you know, even to the people who want to purchase, if you're not a baller. And let's not get this messed up. Most of the people who do buy the shoes are inner city kids. So, and that's them the people who's not really balling. So when you say that, those words can backfire. So I just tell him he got to be careful with what he's saying, you know, by trying to push this shoe, because it can really hurt him. You know.
So I think you know, I never blame a person for trying to you know, turn the hustle around. And I think the main problem with the cost of the shoes is because, you know, the shoes, you can't get a pair until November, right? So they only taking like pre-orders. And what I think, so what I think is happening is I think he's doing manufacturing on demand. So basically you order a pair and then they make the pair. You know, so that makes it more expensive because you have to think the one thing he doesn't have right now is a distribution deal. He doesn't have Foot Locker, Champs, you know, Sports Authority, or Sports Authority's out of business, but any of those sports stores or Dick's Sports, you know. And matter of fact, he kind of dissed some of those organizations. He said, "Oh, you can put your shoes in Champs or wherever else." So I think he's painted himself into a corner. But I think what he's trying to do is, I mean, because think about this aspect of it. He got probably 15, 20, $30 million in free advertising. I mean, think about everybody that was talking about it. Hey, we talking about it, right? So at some point, somebody may be like, you know what? Hey, these things $400. Because just like anything else, if I'm wearing those pair of shoes, oh, these are the big baller shoes. How much? Man, it's $500.
But
right?
You know what, though, Marcus? I think your play has to actually match it. And I say this: if Michael Jordan wasn't as great as he was, I don't think his shoes would sell like that. If I'm gonna tell you right now, if those shoes were the and this is no knock on Julius Erving, but if those were the Julius Erving, those wouldn't sell like Mike. It really wouldn't. It's because Mike is, in many eyes, the greatest ever. So it's like I want to do the same thing Mike do. Like,
You're
dang,
right.
did you see how Mike made him look? Like stuff like that. Like these guys wasn't rocking it like Mike and things he did in them. So if Lonzo Ball do take off, then I don't know. He actually might have something on his hand.
Well, think about this too, though. The shoe game has changed. Like everybody and their mother has a shoe now. Hey, James Harden has a shoe. I never seen a pair of them, but he's got one. The Steph Currys look ugly, So everybody has a shoe. So it's not like when MJ did it, it was a new thing. You know what I'm saying? So it was hip to have them.
Okay.
Yeah, like LeBron shoes. I don't hear kids talking about LeBron shoes like they're talking about Jordans. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know if the game is the same. I mean, what Lonzo Ball is trying to do, he's trying to do what you're talking about. He's trying to bring that Jordan-esque feel to it, but I don't know if that plan is going to work. I mean, his son is going to have to be a baller.
Yeah.
His son's going to, and the
problem. Oh, go ahead, Marcus. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, the last point I was going to say is the main problem, too, is Michael Jordan had a certain charisma and gravitas about him. His son, as I've seen so far, does not talk that much. He sits in the background. His dad is the one who has the personality.
He does. So, you got to be able to sell
himself. And that's what I'm saying. It's more like his father. It's like he's talking like he's the player. And I can see on his son whole demeanor through interviews, like, I can see that he's tired of it, of like things that his father said, the words his father said, like to Shannon Sharp, Skip Bayless, to Stephen A. Smith. It's like he'll just look at him, but out of the respect for his father, he try to go along with things. But some of these people might look at him like, you really about this shoe more than your son. And that's what probably shied them away from it. Because his son, now, if we want to go off what his son performing, what was his last game in Kentucky? I mean he got cooked.
Yeah.
It took Michael Jordan a couple of years to show improve. It took LeBron James, he showed improve through high school. It took Steph Curry some years. Show improve. You ain't show improve with the big dogs yet, and your shoe $500? Really?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then a college guy, what's his name? From Kentucky,
Fox, De'Aaron Fox.
Well, Fox should get a shoe, dude, because he did. If you get in the shoe and what Fox did to you, now come on now,
got to be marketable though. And you know what? This is
Marcus said, he's not that marketable. His father doing more of the talking.
Hey, but,
I mean, he don't have
somebody. But you see, that's the thing. Lonzo Ball father is doing most of the talking, but he still has somebody in his corner doing it. Whereas Fox, you don't really hear anything from him besides his game. His game really speaks for itself. And like you said,
going out so improved.
Well, and one other thing with that, you have to think about it like this: is basically the Fox is going to have, and I guarantee you, one of the shoe companies do this. Let's say Under Armour signs him. Under Armour is going to put so much marketing behind that boy that he ain't going to have to do it just to spite LeVar Ball. Just watch for that.
Yeah,
that's important. That's important. Okay, so as we see right now, this whole we actually just seen that the Cavs just eliminated Toronto. I don't think that caught anybody by surprise. But what is the most interesting playoff game, y'all? What do y'all think is actually most intriguing playoff series right now?
Oh, Boston and Washington, easy. That's
it. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's on right now.
I mean, that they taking it back to the mid '90s. I mean, these guys are really don't like each other. I mean, they is going at it, and it's physical. It's trash talking. I mean, I just saw on Bleacher Report, John Wall was at the free throw line, and he said, "This one is for you HOE." Like, whoa, wasn't no technical or nothing.
He said it to Isaiah?
He said it to one. I think it was Crowder. If I'm mistaken, it was either the Crowder, because he got an and one, but he just yelled it out like, "Yeah, this for you, bleep bleep." Like, whoa.
Wow.
I mean, that's bringing it back to the essence. And I heard Kevin Durant after the game, he's saying that this why a lot of people call our game soft. when him and Rudy Gobert got into it, the shoving. He said that shouldn't have been no text. You could have came and said, you ain't had to go to the camera. Let us play on. This playoff basketball. They trying to win. We trying to win. I mean, to me, I like it as long as it don't get out of hand. No fist flying or nothing like, Lonzo Mourning and Larry Johnson. But physicality, let's go. That's what the game was built upon. And I understand that, it's money in these players and everything, but let certain things go. Now, if it get too out of hand, all right. But that's that's why a lot of people fades away from these games. Like, oh, they in each other's face, they get a technical. Come on, man. Let these guys play. We need the drama. We need the thriller. Isaiah Thomas' teeth coming out. That's like no different than Kurt Schilling with the sock. He had blood on it. I mean, that's stuff right there. That's what we're gonna remember 10 years from now.
Yeah.
I just want a good game.
No, I agree, and I think part of it too comes back to the fact that Washington and the Celtics are two fairly evenly matched teams, and the problem with the NBA, over the past couple of years has been parity. I mean, you could call the playoffs, you could call the finals almost pretty easily, for the past few years, and I mean, think about it. Look how many consecutive times LeBron James has been to the finals.
Yeah.
And he's going back this year.
Exactly, right? So when you have two evenly matched teams, there's more on the line. Like there's a chippiness that comes through it because you're trying to get that little edge, whether it's intimidation or whatever else you're doing. When you know a team is kind of dominating you, like you really can't beat them, then the effort's not there, the passion isn't there. You're just trying to, as they say on NBA on TNT, you're getting ready to go fishing, you packing your bags,
Exactly.
So. So I think it's the fact that those two teams, it's an evenly matched series. There's a lot of passion in it. Both of them know they have a chance to win, and they're just trying to figure out how can I get that edge to do it.
So do the Rockets have a chance? Switches here. Do the Rockets have a chance?
I still got the Rockets beating the Spurs.
I did too. At first, I said, Rockets in 6 or 7. I don't know, because the adjustment. And it's so funny because leave it to Greg Popovich. Pop said, you know what, y'all? Since James Harden likes to seek out so much contact, just keep your hands in the air so the refs can see him. So the refs can see that y'all not so the refs can see where y'all hands are at all times. Because James Harden sometimes grab your arm and then go up as well. He's gotten so good at that. And Popovich say, just keep your hands straight up. And he's actually having some problem finishing at the rim because he isn't getting that extra contact that he feeds on.
And see, and to that point, I think I thought at the beginning of the series I was saying the Rockets, but I think I'm leaning towards the Spurs. Main reason is Houston has talent. On paper, they should probably win this. The Spurs have an old team. Hey, Tony Parker just went out. You got Patty Mills running the point. But Houston, when the going gets tough, when you got to dig down and find that extra level, that extra heart, like do I want it more than that guy? Houston has never proven that to me. James Harden has never proven that to me. I mean, think about Oklahoma City when they had Harden, Westbrook, and Durant, right? And they were in those finals games, and they were in those games in the playoffs. They should have won a championship with those three guys.
But hold on, Mark. You can't really judge that young Thunder team. I mean, they was going against the Lakers when they had Gasol and Bynum, though. That's like when the Lakers.
Agreed.
That's when they was at their peak right there. So they was losing them, and then they had Jeff Green as their power forward and stuff like that before they even had Ibaka when they were just playing with them guys. Yeah. So I mean, I really just think it was timing. The timing was bad for them to have to go against Kobe and Bynum and Ariza, Odom, whoever they had. That was a pretty stout Lakers team. We know people still to this day can't even do nothing with Paul Gasol in the paint. So just imagine how it was about 10
Paul
years.
Gasol don't even be in the paint.
Well, yeah, you right. He be busting them threes too, though. He be at the top. They said
the lowest in the shot is a 7-footer. I'm still going back to old fashioned. I think that the game then got so much 3-point happy. Golden State. Now you see the Cleveland want to be Golden State and shoot threes, spread it out too.
No, I don't. I don't know if you can say that, G. I don't think Cleveland want to be Golden
State.
Who's the
best post up guy in the game?
The best post up guy in the game? Shoot, is it Hassan Whiteside? Who is it?
Wow.
Marcus
That's
All. Wait,
what I'm saying.
You talking the whole in
That's
the
what
whole
I'm saying.
NBA?
wait.
I don't.
Is
What is
it?
y'all?
Wait, who is it? Marcus? Wait, my bad. I'm sorry.
I say DeMarcus Cousins.
No, he ain't
And
really.
who
DeMarcus
is shooting
Cousins
that?
is not really in the post. DeMarcus Cousins will get that ball at the top of the key and take you rack. He'll take you
That's
rack.
the
He'll
point.
shoot a
But
three.
Mark is saying that he the most in the post, but he don't be in the post.
No,
Exactly.
Hassan Whiteside always in the post because he can't
I'm
shoot.
just saying,
So that's why I would say I guess Hassan Whiteside.
who do Hassan Whiteside got?
What
I
is it?
seen him dunking oops. He's no different than a drummer. Drummer just thick.
Yeah, well, see, my
That's
bad, my
true.
bad. And it was no disrespect to DeMarcus, but I don't really see him in the post that much. Like literally, he'll catch that ball and take you rack like a guard for real.
Well, see, that's the thing. He has it in his game, right? I've seen him do it in spurts. He's got it there, but the coaching he's getting is telling him, "Oh, you need to be out here, being, the next Dirk Nowitzki and all this other business." It's just the European influence on the game, and plus, to the point y'all were making about the Cleveland Cavaliers and things like that. Cleveland is trying to shift to that style,
No, they're
but
not.
listen, that's what I'm saying. But
All right, go
Cleveland
ahead.
Cleveland has one key difference. They got LeBron James, who can play defense on anybody in the league. So when Cleveland wants to play defense, they say, LeBron, go shut down this guy. Go shut down that guy. And most of the teams don't have enough depth where when they put LeBron on that, it's the same when they put Kawhi. When they put Kawhi on James Harden, you saw how James Harden didn't do as well. So the problem is teams don't have 3 or 4 dominant scorers like the Cavs do. These teams want to outscore you. They want to outscore you. Nobody's really trying to win with defense, trying to hold you under 100 points. You're not holding Golden State and Cleveland to under 100 points on a consistent basis.
Right. You're right about that.
It's just not happening. So, yeah, having that one guy, like, think about it. Golden State has a guy like that. One guy they can put on. Like, you can put Durant on just about anybody. He's 7-foot wingspan. I don't care. Like think about it. Perfect example. Isaiah Thomas. Let's say the Celtics made it to the final against Golden State. You threw Durant on him. Yeah, Thomas can go around him. But Durant can make it up with that wingspan. It's going to make it hard for him to
last
score.
night on Gordon. When Gordon beat him and he came up, they called a foul on the block, but it's length. Like you said, length really gets to smaller guys. They can be quicker. I done seen Derrick Rose blow past LeBron, and LeBron was waiting, pinning right on the backboard.
But you know what? Speaking of the whole Derrick Rose thing, he didn't really have a proper help. He had, but. Wait, hold on. I'm about to go back to the Cavs. The Cavs are not trying to be like Golden State. LeBron has always had that. LeBron has always had this at his arsenal. He has to play with 3-point shooters. We know LeBron can't have a traditional center because LeBron does what? Paint. He can't have nobody clogging the paint. So LeBron can. That's why he was able to win with Chris Bosh. Kobe and Chris Bosh wouldn't work. No, that wouldn't work. Michael Jordan, probably Chris Bosh wouldn't work. LeBron, I need everybody to be able to shoot because LeBron likes to attack, create. You've said it on numerous occasions. LeBron's best attribute is passing, vision, being able to see the court. So we don't really look at it like, oh, LeBron.
Who's passing it to though?
Say it again.
Shooters.
Yeah, of course, shooters. Yeah.
Well, then why did Cal? Okay, but that's what I'm saying. Why did Cal Korver come? Because he wanted more shooters.
Because he can shoot. He need to have. Yeah, LeBron want maximum shooters. That's why.
And what does Kevin Love do? Kevin Love don't play in the post.
I know.
No defense.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Look at it.
It's crazy because Kevin Love did not do this in Minnesota. Like Kevin Love would shoot a 3, but he was getting 40 and 20, like 30 and 20. Like this guy will not go in the paint for nothing. Like I don't know what it is. Like is it Tyronn Lue saying we want you to stay out here? And that's why a lot of y'all bash Kevin Love, but Kevin Love is asked to. He got a different role now. Tristan Thompson is taking his role basically.
But it goes back to what we're saying though, is that this floor got to be spreaded. 4 shooters.
Yeah.
Like even with Golden State, Draymond can shoot the 3, Clay can shoot the 3, Curry can shoot the 3, Kevin Durant can shoot the 3. That's bringing more versatility.
You know what's funny, G?
By being a player, where is he sitting at?
Arc, man.
Where's he sitting at for 3?
At the arc.
But the difference is, you can't compare Golden State with Toronto. You can't compare Golden State with Washington. You can't compare Golden State with Boston. You can't compare Golden State with the Pacers. There's gonna be more arsenal out there. You can easily run 2 guys at DeRozan, or Kyle Lowry, or Paul George, or Isaiah Thomas.
You can't even double team Golden State, and that's
I'm saying, and the whole thing is this: Harrison Barnes ain't a 6'10" Kevin Durant.
That is true.
LeBron is not going to be able to lay off when Harrison Barnes went 2 for 9. I mean, was giving him shots. This guy, to me, and I'm going to say it, it's LeBron's worst nightmare. A 6'10" guy that can put the ball on the ground, can shoot. I'm not saying they can't get it done. I'm not saying they can't get it done. But I'm just saying for the matchups, he's going to have to play both sides of the court.
It's going to be good. I know that.
It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Just pray on Darren Williams.
Nah, Darren Williams ain't gonna show. A lot of them guys ain't gonna show up. I don't think. First, like I was saying. What would you say? Go ahead, Marcus. Go ahead.
Well, and think about this too. This is a response to the league and what you have to face. The reason why I say Cleveland is going that route is because it's very simple. You're going to play Golden State. You know you got to score. You know you're not going to shut them down on defense because Kevin Love can't defend. Kyrie defend when he want to. So you know you're going to have to come in and score. And if they play the Spurs play a little bit different brand of basketball, but the Spurs play a team game where they score points too. If they play Houston, you know you're going to have to score. So there's no team that they're going to face, maybe Utah, coming out of the West, that they're, you respond to the conditions. Yeah, you respond to the conditions. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. It's a football-related example. Remember when the Baltimore Ravens in 2000 had that tough defense, right?
Yes.
So the Jets came into that game. They were playing them in the regular season. The Jets said, look, we ain't going to be able to score against these dudes. We got to get some points up. Now, Baltimore don't score a lot of points. They got Trent Dilfer at quarterback. The Jets threw 2 flea flickers and scored 2 touchdowns in the first 2 series of the game. The Jets ain't scored the rest of the game and still lost. But the fact is, you have to try to do something different. And that's what the Cavs are doing. They're saying, we're changing how we're going to do things. We're playing for Golden State right now. We're getting that game ready because we know that it's not going to be a challenge.
That makes sense.
That
makes sense.
Right.
That makes sense.
We're not blaming them because you got to meet aggression with aggression. Like basically what Mark's saying, like we're going to take their style and try to match. We gotta get some defensive stops. We gotta stop them from getting offensive rebounds. We gotta put points up. And the Cavs, they had 109. They've been getting 100 every game, which is good. That's a good sign. If they hitting, it's even beautiful. Like Kevin Love, he can't disappear.
See,
because Kevin Love, he played good against East teams. The games against the Spurs, the Warriors, Rockets. You like, do he still play for the Cavs?
Yeah.
And then he always pulling up with his back all of a sudden when he played tough teams, his back hurt. He's going to the locker room. I don't get it. And
just like y'all talking about earlier, before they could put LeBron on just about anybody on that team and he could shut him down. So if Steph was hot, if Clay was hot, but now you got Durant, who is taller than LeBron.
It ain't even fair. It really ain't even fair right here.
Yeah.
Like it really ain't fair. Like this is how you really separate them for real. Like not only did you upgrade, but your bench got better and everything else got better too. Because give me what's his name? Big clumsy guy, the one McGee. Give me McGee.
JaVale McGee.
He try hard. He plays hard, and he'll block your shot.
Even him, he's athletic. Eddie Monster. He's not the brightest, but Draymond Green got a package of plays, alley oops they can get.
Oh man, like Draymond throwing like 4 oops again. Like what is this now? Like he get an extra 4 assists just off ooping at the home, and it's crazy because when they roll and Draymond's so smart with the ball, so is he either kicking out the one of them for the 3, or he gonna oop it to him, or he gonna shoot. Yeah,
and the thing is, too, you can't coach size. JaVale McGee is, 6'11", 7 foot or whatever?
7 foot with a 38-inch vertical.
Yeah, so you throw him in there. If he's just grabbing rebounds and altering shots, even if he's not scoring, it's a much tougher matchup because Draymond Green was playing center most of the time. You can bring him in as a change of pace to change the way the game is played right now. So I just think the Cavs are just saying, what are we going to do? The Warriors got better, and we added, Darren Williams.
Cal Korver.
Cal Korver, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but that goes to show you, though, it's about scoring, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cal Korver, your gunslinger, and I don't care what nobody say, you leave him open. It's a long kiss goodnight. That man can shoot. You
Yeah.
know, they fighting fire with fire. You can't get mad at that. Because especially even LeBron people like, man, we got to get a little better. You know, and how I'll be looking at it is like, what? How many minutes LeBron played? Been playing 38.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
something like that.
30.
Yep.
Pay attention to that if when it comes to the final. I don't know, but just pay attention to it.
They have to get the brooms out on these guys, man. These boys ain't. He playing 38 minutes, but he really ain't playing 38 minutes. LeBron is physically out there playing 38 minutes, but he's still, we're just having fun. We're about to throw oops. I just want to be out having fun one time. LeBron can literally sit for half of the game and they'll still beat the Raptors. They'll still take care of it. Now, against Washington and Boston, it's going,
4-1, both of them.
4-1, both of them?
4-1? Wow.
Oh, no, stop, G. Not 4-1. 4-2, maybe. 4-2. They can at least win 2 games. They can win 2 games, G. These guys can win 2 games.
I like Washington. I like Boston, but they gonna beat each other up. Don't have nothing left.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
That's each other up. Nicely, they might win one home. The Cavs gonna smoke them. These guys is about to. Once again, the Cavs outsmarted them. Go ahead and get the first seed. Go on and get the first seed. That's cool. Because these wrestling, man, they having fun with the pace.
Gee, that wasn't intentional. Stop acting like
it's a mastermind.
You really think they just let them get the first seed so you have
to
to play
they
with them?
pressed for the first. That first seed meaning more to Boston than it is Cleveland. I don't care about. They would have beat Chicago, but I'm just saying. The Celtics really wanted the number 1 seed to prove what?
To feel good about themselves. I don't know why to feel good.
Hey, as a coach in the NBA, man, if you can show progress, that's another you got a job.
You're right about that.
Exactly.
He done turned that. He done turned that pro. What? He been there? What? 3-4 years? Brad Stevens. Man, he did it at Butler and I ain't doing there. Did he even play? Did this guy even play basketball? That's gonna show. Great minds, man. Great minds. You don't even need to play. But before we get out of here, I wanted to actually say something about the whole Kawhi Leonard thing because you know how Marcus was saying that how the game is going more toward the European stuff. How you feel the European influence. I really think with the Spurs, I think they need to just say forget the point guard thing. Honestly, go put another shooter and just spread it out because Kawhi Leonard literally the point guard brings the ball to the court just to get the ball to Kawhi Leonard. That's what I don't get. That was the same thing with Patrick Beverly and James Harden. I'm like, why not just make him the point guard? Why not just make James Harden the point guard if James Harden ISO all the time and Patrick Beverly just walk the ball up just to bring it to him? So I even think the Pop might even adjust to that eventually.
I think Kawhi Leonard will get wore out. He's starting to see what a star player really has to do. There been times I've seen him bent over tired. He got, like you said, he got to make plays. Nah, seriously, he's starting to see what Russell got to go through, Harden got to go through, LeBron got to go through. When you the guy, Parker, Duncan gone, Parker gone, Ginobili, a couple of steps from being gone, and the onus is on you. They was making plays for him to get shots. Now he got to get shots and get plays
else.
for players. That can wear you out. It can wear you out.
And
he just can't. What? Go ahead.
And to add to that, you got to think, right? He's one of the top defensive players in the league. They got smoked that first game, and Pop was like, "Well, I don't want to break glass for the emergency, but I'm gonna have to do it and put Kawhi on in the next game." So now, if you have him being the primary option on offense, trying to slow Harden down on defense, he's just gonna be exhausted. He's gonna lose it, in the fourth quarter.
Then you turn around next and got to do this with. If you win, you got to do this with Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry.
Yeah, that's it's gonna definitely catch up to them because the Warriors they have. I'll give the Spurs maybe one game because I'm gonna go back to what G said. And Mark, he's gonna be way too tired. Like which one? Which one do you want me to get? That's what he's gonna be asking Pop. Like which one? All right, now Tony's gone. Like who else is gonna create a shot? LaMarcus Aldridge. We already know. Draymond is gonna really probably put him in the blender. Draymond is gonna get all in LaMarcus Aldridge. Like this guy, like people are really gonna be fire him cut him, give us our money back. It's kind of funny, Marcus, because me and G was talking about a couple episodes ago, and we said that we think that we think your paycheck should either be docked or you should be given extra incentive based on your playoff performance. It really should. Think about what's the guy, DeMar Carroll. Where he been at? Didn't they get this? Is the guy that was going who they gave $80 million, and this was the guy who was supposed to be going on LeBron. Remember last year he was getting killed. The year before that he didn't do nothing. This guy, I don't even think he played Game 4 today. That's $80 million on the bench.
You could do that with the White Hire too.
Oh man, that's a topic for it. Man, I don't care for him at all. I don't care for Dwight Howard at all.
What's that small forward for the Thunder? Robinson?
Yeah,
he won't get a check. He won't get a check. He'll be in the unemployment line.
Man.
He'll never get paid.
But he only 22, G. He ain't like 22, 23, so he got time. At least he got time to get his jump shot. Dwight Howard, you have not, and I hope you listen. You haven't got any better. You have not gotten any better. And G, you actually said a good point. You were saying that you think he got too big. You said you think he put on too much weight.
I didn't watch him play. Like he too top heavy. He's a robot. Right, and him trying to be, I don't know, the new Diesel or whatever, try to bulk up and he's not agile at all. His dunks are stiff. I mean, he's just like a robot. He'd have every move he do is stiff. You got to put some oil on this guy. Like he just stiff.
See, I'm a Magic fan. So y'all touched on a very, very sore subject.
But you know it's the truth, though, Marcus. Don't
it is. It is.
I know you hated it when he left, though, Marcus. He was a beast. Dwight was a beast, I think.
Yeah, I hated it when he left because the reality is, and this is a reality for a lot of cities, stars don't want to play in certain cities. Orlando is one of them. You're not going to attract. Yeah, I mean, think about it. They want to play in LA. They want to play in New York.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, look at Chris Paul. Chris Paul wouldn't play for the Clippers. And you heard that whole thing about the Warriors when they were like they were mad that the Clippers didn't win.
You're right.
They didn't have to go to Utah or whatever. It's all jokes, but is there some truth to that? I mean, you're a young man with millions of dollars. You ain't thinking Orlando is a spot where you're going to want to spend a lot of your free time. You know what I'm saying? Like, Orlando's considered a family city, So it's just one of those things. I mean, think about it. What big free agents have ever come to Orlando? Shaq left. Rashard Lewis? Come on, man.
He was good.
I mean, he was
Rashard Lewis was good, but
he wasn't top tier. The only one I can think of is Tracy McGrady. And the only reason why is because his family was from Auburndale. And at the time when he was playing in Toronto, he was behind Vince Carter. And so he said, I can go on the team and I can be the guy. That's the only type of player we're going to get. We'll never go get a Anthony Davis or DeMarcus Cousins or somebody to want to come here over other destinations like New York and LA. It's just not. Dallas. It's just not happening.
Hold on, Marcus. And speaking of somebody who was in Orlando, Victor Oladipo, you need to go back. Y'all see, they need to send him back. Send him back.
His check will be gone.
Literally, send Victor Oladipo back. He needs to go. And you know what's so crazy? Because we was talking about that. I was like, oh man, he really does show flashes of D-Wade. I should be smacked in 10 different ways for even saying that. Because in college, in the end, he did. He was blocking shots, jumping high. See, that's the problem, man. People like me, I be giving people too much credit.
But you know what? I think in Orlando, I just think we didn't have a structure there to really create a superstar. I mean, we did Dwight, but Dwight was just from his ability was going to be a superstar. It was built in. He was never going to be Shaq, which is what he was trying to do. But the thing with Victor is, he got Oklahoma City. Look, man, if you ain't got a strong will, strong mind, and you playing with Russ, that's it. I mean, that's part of the reason Kevin left. I mean, Kevin will never say that publicly, but he's not a leader. He doesn't want to be. He's not Jordan. He doesn't have that domineering personality. Kevin Durant is a nice guy.
But his game speak for it. His game speak for itself. He don't care. He's like, I ain't gotta say nothing. I'm gonna let my game speak.
But at times, Tay, what Mark's saying, you need that.
You're right. I agree with that.
Need that to go with your game in order to get you over the hump.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So that laid back, Slim Reaper identity is cool
but
a
sometimes,
Reaper coming.
yeah,
What?
I would say sometimes he needed to get a Russell Westbrook face. Like, stop, give me the ball,
He
do
couldn't
this, do
do
that.
it. It was proven that he couldn't do it, and it
Yep.
frustrated him. That's why it led to his exit.
I
He
agree.
Exactly.
couldn't. Man, Westbrook cuts out a reporter every other game.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He told shut the f up, and he don't. I mean, I could see Kevin Durant be like, man, we need to do this, and he give him that face like, what? Man, get out of
Yep.
my face. I
Exactly.
can see that.
When did this happen
Yep.
though? Because wait, Kevin
The
Durant was
bench
there.
got
Well, but
brewing.
it wasn't there when it first came. What? I'm pretty sure Westbrook wasn't always like this when it first came.
No, it brewed. It ain't
Okay.
happening.
Oh, brew.
Yeah. Yeah. Over
Gotcha.
time.
It's over time. You like,
All
I'm
right.
tired, man. I'm tired. 1-on-4s, and I'm in the corner jumping. My shooting percentage is higher than yours. Why are you doing this?
Yep.
You know, run this play, move. He want to ISO.
Yep.
Then
And all
his
you.
hands up in the air like, man, come on.
Yep. And all you need to know is the fact that he signed with Golden State and didn't like text Russell or call
He
him
said,
and
"Forget
tell him
you.
beforehand.
So I don't care
Yeah.
about you."
Yeah. I mean, he found on ESPN like the rest of us. You know. And to that point, that's the same concern I have for Kawhi. Like he's supposed to be the face of the Spurs at this point, but most people, it's a running joke. Like they did a running joke on the radio. They said, "All right, we got a interview. We're gonna play y'all from Kawhi Leonard." So they played the interview, and it was just silence. And then they said, "Yeah, Kawhi had some poignant words." The fact is, nobody ever heard the dude really talk. You know,
Nope.
so he's the same kind of way. And at some point, if you're gonna be the CEO of a company, think of it like that. You're gonna be the CEO of a company. Can you just go through your day and do your business and lead the business without talking? No, you have to be out front. You know, you're gonna have to take the bullets for guys sometimes.
Sure.
You're gonna have to direct guys sometimes, and sure, your game speaks for itself. But the problem in Oklahoma City was you had Thabo Cephalosha, Ibaka, Steven Adams, all those guys. You're supposed to make those guys better. And that's the one thing I like about LeBron. LeBron has taken some scab teams and made them very good.
I give him that. He
He
has.
got like the
I'll
all-time
give him that.
leadership. He got like the all-time leadership award. But you know what? We're gonna all leave that for a different day. This was another great episode. We got Marcus, we got Greg. I'm your host, Jay Davis. So once again, like I say all the time, everybody please continue to share, like, listen, tell everybody about the podcast. From me to you, signing out.